Hello, hello, namaste, sweet beings, namaste, awakeners, and fierce warriors tribe. It's May coming at you from the gorgeous open air meditation sanctuary in Eureka Springs, Arkansas, where I have been residing for the past 6 months. I know a lot of you haven't seen much of me, and that's because this is the year 2020 has been the year of slowing down, taking some inventory, resting in the non-doing before we jump into the doing. We're so conditioned to doing. This is the year to take a breath and slow down. And it's also been the year of the soul and the year of soul tribes meeting and soul collectives meeting. So let's talk a bit about 2020. Let's talk a bit about what we want to envision for 2021, what we want to manifest there. Grab a notebook. If you have a notebook, grab a piece of paper. If you just don't have a notebook, grab a pen, and we'll get to that in a little bit. First, we're going to recap a bit of 2020, and we are going to be focusing on all of the positive that's happened within this chaos that you can get really easily swept up in that fear and that doubt and that programming. But there's been a lot of amazing positive that's happened this year too. So let's focus in on that. Let's give ourselves some time, and then we will get to how to manifest 2021. All right. So this has definitely been the year of the global dark night of the soul. And many of you have already individually gone through a lot of those. And you might have thought, man, I have met my shadow. I have fought with that shadow and I broke through into the light. Why am I doing this again? A lot of us had to get all the skeletons out of our closet, really dig deep in what is not serving our most divine being, what is not serving our soul mission. And a lot of it was just kind of the remnants of what we didn't get out previously in this lifetime or even in other lifetimes. So it's really been the year of cleaning out your closet, and it's really been the year of getting to know your soul and getting to listen to your soul. Many of you have been very guided this year. Well, actually all humanity's been very guided this year, but many of you are awakening. So cool. Awakeners. Many of us are awakening to listening to our soul, to listening to our higher self, to listening to all those wonderful guides that guide us. So it's been an amazing year for your soul, and it's been an amazing year for all of the interdimensional help that we've been getting and assistance we've been getting this year. They're so grateful, they're so happy for so many of us awakening and finally listening and finally doing what we came here to do. So many of you may have quit your job this year or got out of relationships that haven't been serving you, or really went and found, what is it that I want to be doing? What is it that brings me joy? And that's awesome. Do more of that. Give that some time, as one of my wonderful friends would say. So it's been a really, really abundant year of soul collectives missions here on this earth realm. So if you haven't had these experiences, don't think that you're on a timetable. Don't think that it's not happening for you. It's already happening. Just lean into it, surrender to it, surrender to your higher self, surrender to your spirit guides, and surrender to your soul. So that's what we're going to focus on. We're not going to focus on all of the chaotic energies that have swept over, because again, we all know that going through those dark nights, and especially if it's happening globally, means that we are going to have some ickiness to get out and some ickiness to transmute and transcend into the light. But with that all coming to light, with all of these skeletons coming out of the closet, whether it be for your country, whether it be for your neighborhood, your community, yourself, your family, with all of these coming out and revealing themselves, we can shine light on them and transmute them and figure out, going forward, what do we need more of? How can we best manifest more of our divine purpose and our divine being in this next year? So the way that I'm liking to see it, and this is not something that I've had forecasted, more so channeled, is if 2020 was the year of the global dark night, well, as a lot of us know, because we've done this individually, then 2021 is the rise of the phoenix. 2021 is the rise of awakening into your highest self. So What does that look like? That's going to look like you probably revamping everything that you've been programmed to do. But that's what's so great is maybe we have been really programmed, and in Buddhism they call it going downstream, in all that societal negativity, all that patriarchal narcissistic structuring, all of that going down the stream. Well, we're all stream enters now. We're all walking upstream against the stream and into our most divine self. So that is what's happening now, just collectively for humanity in this conscious evolution. And I hear our co-partner Chief coming up. So hopefully he'll make an appearance here. But we have now had the chance to really get in touch with ourselves. And sometimes it feels a little unstabilizing because we have been doing the downstream, what I call the sheeple system, that programming, for so long, that to start to truly listen to your mission can be a little unstabilizing sometimes. So that's why the soul tribes are all meeting up. That's why we're all connecting right now, so that we can assist and help each other going through this together. And here he comes. All right, say hi, Chief. Say hi, Chief. So I definitely, just a little personal note, have been getting a lot of guidance this past year, and that's how I ended up here in Eureka Springs, Arkansas. Are you just going to do the rest of the video? That's how I ended up here in Eureka Springs, Arkansas. That's how I ended up here with this wonderful soul family. Can we sit, Biggs? Can we sit? Here at the meditation sanctuary, and that's how I have gotten to further evolve and be that student of, okay, just, all right, be that student of the soul right now. And so now it's time for me to kind of spread some of that message out to all of you. And it's been very comforting to know that we're not doing this alone. We are doing this as a collective. Humanity is consciously evolving. This is the evolution of our species. So it's really cool when you do start getting a little anxious, feeling ungrounded, feeling destabilized, to kind of settle and rest in that, knowing that you are doing this with all of humanity right now. You are not alone. You have a lot of brothers and sisters, a lot of light workers working with you. So how do we step into 2021 keeping that positivity and keeping our eye on our soul mission? Third eye, if you will, keeping your third eye on your soul mission is a big part of for me was to surrender to it, to really truly surrender to my guidance, to surrender to my soul and what my mission that I signed up for has been, what I haven't been serving on that mission, letting that go, and what I can do to best serve now, present moment. So a lot of people have gotten more into their healer. A lot of you are picking up crystals and healing others, and you are doing some sound healings, and you're doing some energy healings. And yes, again, do more of that. Listen to that. You know, what is your unique gift and skill that can best serve this conscious evolution of humanity right now? Trust in it. You have permission from the universe to do it. You do not have to anymore, though I'm not saying anything bad about teachings and trainings and everything, but you do not have to anymore go to all of this teaching and training to get letters after your name or degrees up on your wall just to prove that you can do this. Your soul has the blueprint. Your human's just a bit behind. So you already know how to do all of this. So trust in that. Trust in your internal wisdom, your infinite wisdom and knowledge, and what you can best bring to serve all beings in this time. It's actually a very cool time to be a part of. That's why we all signed up for this. And there's probably something in you that woke up this year to going, I'm on a mission. I signed up for this because you did. And it's so cool that you're remembering. But again, we have to stabilize to that new level of evolution. So don't beat yourself up if you're not doing it all the time. Just figure out, how can I do more of it? So getting into 2021, individually and collectively, we can manifest a completely new earth, a completely new world. And as these structures around us are going through their global dark night, because the universe is demanding a bit of balance here. You know, the patriarchy, the narcissists have taken over for a very long time. And now with especially the rise of the fierce feminine and the rise of the soul collectives, we're creating that balance back. And so we can manifest, if we've created this old world, we can manifest a completely new world. And that's what's so cool, is knowing that we, as humans, have that power and that strength. So just keep listening to yourself. If you start feeling disconnected, if you keep trying to do the same thing over and over that doesn't feel right to you, then settle down, go into a meditative state, get into the bath, walk in nature, and listen to your soul of what is next for me. Ask your guides, what am I supposed to be doing right now? And don't think that an answer is necessarily going to drop right in, but it might be a couple hours later, it might be a day later, it might be a week later, and listen to your reality, because it's talking to you all over the place. It might come through a movie, a song, a video like this. It might come from somebody coming up to you and saying the exact thing that you needed to hear right at that moment. So just being open to all these infinite possibilities, because you are a divine being having a human experience, and you are assisted within that infinite realm of potential at all times. And that veil that was separating us and disconnecting human from soul is being lifted to connect us again. So how can we bring more of that into 2021? Grab the notebook, grab a piece of paper. Don't worry, this isn't anything too tough. And again, you're not on a timetable. So this doesn't need to be done by tomorrow. This doesn't need to be done by next week. This is something you can write down, go back to, evaluate, see if that needs to be changed. You can go back to it. So get your piece of paper out, get your pen out, and at the top, write Manifest 2021. This is something that I've been doing the past couple days for myself, and I wanted to share it with all of you wonderful awakeners in this time. So write that down, and then write what worked in 2020. Got it? So that we're thinking of accomplishments here. What brought you joy? Was it, oh my gosh, I've been working and working for all these systems for so long, I never got to settle down, and then all of a sudden I can't do that anymore with all of the events that happened in this past year, and you started to do what brought you joy. You started to actually access things that brought you joy. Or maybe it's something physical. You started to heal something in yourself. Maybe it's something spiritual. You started to really awaken to things that were way beyond just your human potential and into your most divine soul being. So was it maybe relationships that have come about? Again, this was the year of Soul Collective's meeting. And as I say that, please also don't think that, and that's it. If you haven't met your soul tribe, you're not meeting your soul tribe. That will carry into 2021 as well. So have you made new relationships that are really serving and nurturing you? Have you done something that you've always wanted to do and saw that, oh my gosh, this can be a financial means for you, so now you're making a bit more money? What accomplishments have you had in 2020? So again, we're focusing on that positive. We're not focusing on the negative. And take some time with that. Put that on the piece of paper. Write down what comes to you. Keep the notebook out. Keep writing it down throughout the day, throughout the week, throughout the month as you think of more. Because you have had accomplishments. Every single one of us has had accomplishments. And single one of us deserves to be in our most joyous state. So as you keep thinking, oh wait, I did this, and it can be something small. I took a shower outside. I lived in a yurt for 4 months, and I made an outdoor shower. And I loved to shower outside. It can be something as simple as that. What brought you joy? All right. Once we're done with that category, and you can go to a new piece of paper so you have room to fill in, or you can just keep this on the same piece of paper, we're going to write what didn't work in 2020. And again, we're not trying to get too much into the negative. We're not trying to get into the judgment zone. We're not trying to beat ourselves up because something didn't work, because to find what works, we normally have to experience what doesn't. So what didn't work? What no longer serves us? A lot of us have been programmed, again, in that sheeple system of fears and doubts and limited beliefs. And this, again, can come from all different sorts of areas where maybe you've always loved to draw or paint or dance or sing. And then people came about one by one and said that you can't make money doing that. You're not good enough to do that. You don't have the time to do that. Go to school. Go get this job. Well, maybe that didn't work. Maybe that didn't serve. Maybe that wasn't bringing you to your highest state. So what didn't work? And again, this is not a judgment zone. We're not sitting here to beat ourselves up. We're sitting here to, again, beyond that space of judgment, in that space of infinite compassion and wisdom, just see and observe what didn't work. And again, these things can come up throughout the day, can come up throughout the week, can come up throughout the month. So you're not on a timetable here to finish that answer. So then we're going to go into either another page or on the same piece of paper, goals. What do you want more of in 2021? Do you want to meet your spirit guides more? Do you want to meet your soul tribe? Do you want to really listen to that mission, that purpose you have here in this time on this earth realm? What do you want to manifest more of? And it can be something material too. It can be, okay, I want to manifest this house or this car or more money, just what do you want more of? And again, linking that with what brought you joy. Because staying in that highest state is that infinite state of abundance. That's where you get that abundance and prosperity mindset, and we stop that programming of that poverty or lack mindset. So that was a big thing this past year, of going from poverty to prosperity mindset and realizing, again, we are divine beings having a human experience, and we are so abundant and so nourished and so supported and so powerful that we can manifest what it is that we want or need for our mission at any time. It's always there available to us. So what are your goals for 2021? What do you want to manifest more of? And this can also be not just for you individually, but for the collective, for your community, for your family, for your soul tribe, for humanity as a whole. Hold that imagery of what you want to see become of this earth, because we are at a time that it can become infinite, it can become amazing, it can become abundant, and hold that imagery for yourself or the collective. All right, so just one more thing, one more piece of paper, flip over, and we're gonna go with our values. What is your core values? And when I say that, I'm talking about what are like a couple words or a mantra that can hold and ground you to that infinite balanced unity state. I've been doing this for the past 3 years. I've written down a list of my values, but it seems to me each time I come back to this, there's always two that I hold at the most top of the list, and that's authenticity and compassion. What do you want to act out of all the time? That's your value. What is it that you want to emulate all the time? And so authenticity and compassion always come back to my top two. But I also always want that fierce Shakti, that fierce power emulating from me all the time. I also want health and balance. We're so powerful, as a lot of us are healers, and we're seeing our power to heal ourselves and healing others, that we can balance our own physical, spiritual, energetic, and emotional form. Another one that I had written down this year was bridge. To be a bridge between the human and the soul for all beings in this, to really start connecting people with their purpose and their mission. Another one that I wrote was conscious evolution. I am very grateful for this wonderful sanctuary I've happened upon, and that is basically our mission, is to consciously evolve each of us ourselves, which is always going to be happening. You'll always be the healer and the one healing. There'll always be the student and the teacher. But this is bringing about that conscious evolution for humanity. And so that's a big value, a big want for me. And that's a lot of the time what grounds me in my human form to this realm, and to being able to produce what you're passionate about. So we can get all this, higher chakra energy, all these downloads, all this wonderful guidance, but we also do need to channel that down and be productive of what we're passionate about and be grounded to be able to manifest it in this realm. So that's basically it. I'm going to recap it for you 1 second. So what worked in 2020? What are those accomplishments? What's brought you the most joy? What's brought you the most comfort and stability and guidance? What didn't work in 2020 in a non-judgmental zone? What no longer serves us, because to let things go lets things grow. So what no longer serves us? And again, all these things can also revolve around, relationships or material items or thought processes or fears or what I call doubt demons. Like, a lot of my doubt demons don't serve me, but I still need to know them very well to be able to transmute them into that, love, wisdom. And then we are going to goals. What do you want to manifest more of in 2021? And again, this can be individually for you, and it can also be collectively for all humanity, because to be of service is a lot of our purposes. We have multifaceted purposes. So like, as your soul mission and soul purpose starts being revealed to you, you'll see that that's going to have multifacets, but a lot of it is to best serve all humans with what you've lived through. Again, you have that universal permission now. That was your school. Your lived experiences were your schooling. So trust in those. Trust in what it took to make it through. Trust in all those times you faced your shadows and came out into the light and the unity and the oneness. Trust in it. And then we're going to values and put those couple words, couple mantras of I am abundant, I am prosperous, I am connected, I am stable, I am safe, whatever works for you. Just having the word warrioress up on my wall. I have like a poster board that I write my words of the week on. So, Shakti, warrioress, or like I said earlier, my top two, authenticity and compassion. So what do you want to be emulating all the time? What space do you want to be holding predominantly? What are those core values? And that is how we can manifest individually and collectively a completely different 2021 than we've ever seen in our previous years in this lifetime, and again in even the other lifetimes. So we're doing it. You're doing your mission. It's already happening. You don't have to force anything. You just have to surrender and allow it to be, and know that you have so much help and love and guidance coming your way and already happening as well. And you're not doing this alone. There's a lot of us brothers and sisters, light workers, working with you, and I see you, I appreciate you, and I love you. I'm very grateful for all of these awakenings happening and all of us working together to bring about this new worth and this new wonderful environment for the consciously evolved human. So you're doing it. Please reach out. If you're in the tribe here, just reach out if there's any questions or any help you need. If you're on Facebook, you can just go to the fiercewarrioress.com website and you can find out how to reach out to me there. You can also just look around on the website, which will also be growing and evolving in 2021. I'm very excited about all those changes coming, to see what I can do to help you as an awakening guide. If there's anything you need help with, or maybe you're figuring out, oh my gosh, I'm an awakening guide too. How do I even get started? Please contact me. All the ways to do that are on the website. If this video truly resonated with you, if you're one of the YouTubers that come across it, if it really resonated with you, please like it, please share it, and please share all of your wisdom and experience with the world right now as well. It's so needed to have that authentic state. A lot of us are coming into our true authenticity of human and soul merging as one. And this is the time for authenticity. This isn't the time anymore for people making word webs over here, but completely different actions over here. No, this is the time for actions and words to meet. So you're already doing it. I see that you're doing it. I'm so grateful that you're doing it. And let's keep doing more of it. Let's give some time to that. All right, Awakeners, Fierce Warriors Tribe, wonderful, wonderful, sweet light beings. I thank you for taking this time with me today. I thank you for this time that you're taking with yourself and your soul. And I can't wait to see you next time. Namaste.